Alright, welcome back to another video, everybody. So I'm going to show you guys what we do in the morning now for chores, now that our spring group is off pasture. So as you all seen before, this is where we keep them, just between end of the pasture and before it freezes solid the ground. We put these cows out in the field or anywhere where there's no cement. They're gonna plow it up. Their udders are gonna get full of mud and dirt. They could get mastitis. Lots of problems related with that. We still have the problem here of everything being dirty, as you can see. But that's the whole process of what we have to do for chores in the morning, is clean it all up. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Just show you what we have to deal with and how we do it. So we're limited on space, as you can see. We want to double the size of our platform, eventually put it out there, make another cement pad, and maybe a barn extension. But mind you, they're only here for about a month or so, or even 2 months. It really depends when the ground's going to freeze up and the mud's going to go away. Sometimes that just never happens. So, just gonna walk through everything. You can see we gotta do bedding every day. So in this barn, we don't clean it out every day. We just add bedding on top of it, fresh bedding, and that eventually builds up. The more we gotta add a lot more at the beginning, just to get it going. But as the bedding pack builds, we won't have to put as much. So, first step is letting the cows out. We normally lock them over on this side, but there's just not enough room. Everybody like shoulder to shoulder, full fit, but it's really hard just for me to get them in there. So I just let them out in this pasture for a couple hours. They get to graze a little bit on whatever's there. Surprisingly enough, there's a fair bit of feed still there. So, the bad thing is this gate swings the wrong way. So when they're coming in, they're all at the gate, and it's hard to open the gate because I gotta push all the cows to open it up. So. Yeah, they come out pretty easy. They don't like being in there. They like to be out here. But like I said, it just makes a lot of mud if they stay here, especially in the area where they are now. Over there's not too bad, but it's right next to the road, and I don't want to muck up that field right next to the road. I don't want to make beef farms look that bad. So, everybody's coming out. Seems to be a hole there. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Nice. Everybody comes out pretty good. Even the young guys. Even Mr. Crooked Head. He was born like that with a crooked head, that one. We don't know what it is. He's doing all right though. So these hay feeders, we put hay in them. Hey Jenny, they like that. Calves like it anyways. And in the middle here we feed TMR, just a mix of corn silage and grass silage. We give them about 4,000 pounds now, and we seems to be all right. I mean, there is not much feed left over here. We could probably give them another bale of hay. Come on, Jenny. You got no special treatment, you know that? Let's go. You're just like the rest of them. Come on, let's go. I'm glad they're not all like this, because it would be hard to move them out. Let's go. Come on, Jenny. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. We got these guys. I might just leave them out of this part. They don't really come here. So we gotta get them all out, and then we gotta clean. Just come in here with the bucket and the tractor, and we scrape it all into a pile, and then I come with the tractor and the dumper, and I load it up into the dumper. Once I have a load, I'm gonna go stockpile it out in the field. We can't spread manure on the fields anymore because it's the law, and also the fields are a little too wet to be out in them. So there's no point hauling manure or spreading manure until the spring. So that's all cleared out. We'll take those hay feeders out so that we can get in around everything a lot easier. This was yesterday's leftovers of hay, so I laid on that a little bit. So they got some recess, they got somewhere to play around in the meantime while they wait for their dinner or their breakfast. Alright, I got somewhat of a good spot for the camera. Besides the dirty windows. So we're in a 60-10 now. We got 2 loader tractors going in the morning. My brother makes the TMR mix, and I just clean everything up. So works out pretty good. Mind you, Devyn's not here yet. I beat him to it. Good spot. Jeez, if you guys complain about that camera angle, I don't know what I can do better. That's a good idea. Alright, so just pick up these hay feeders. Devyn built these feeders. Out of the way. We got some stuff we gotta clean up over here yet. You can see the cows out in the field to the left there. They're grazing whatever they can find. Desperate need of grass. They love their grass. You can never feed them anything better than grass. Try to mimic it as much as we can, but we can't quite get it as good as fresh grass. You can see there's a little bit of hay left over, a little bit more in this one. That might mean that we're not feeding enough, but the weather's just not getting cold. So I think we're good for now. Before I take off the spear, I'm gonna go make sure that's some bedding. I should be hauling this manure out of this farm, putting it on a stockpile in the field, but it's pretty wet and I have no air compressor in the shop right now, so I cannot pump up the tires on the dumper. Unfortunately, we're waiting on a motor. Get in there, come on, get in there. You dang it. That's boarded off, that is. Alright, so that's a little load, but it's better out than with the cows. It's gonna rain today too, so it's gonna make it more soupy for tomorrow and a little harder to pick up. So I don't know if I can get away with not doing this on the weekend, but I think I'm gonna have to do it on the weekend. on going. Now, will I be able to get that twine off? Alright, so there you have it. Everything's as clean as it gets for the day. Till tomorrow. So most of the cows are here eating. There's a couple calves. And mostly the calves are going for the bedding and the hay. So everybody looks in good shape. It's only been a couple days though. Should have silage for these guys actually, now that I think of it. But I don't know if I want to give them some more. I don't know if some baycocks would be good for these steers now that we start feeding silage again, but I don't think we ever had any trouble feeding silage at that age. It's just the little calves I'm concerned about, but they're going to be going out soon. Hopefully soon. Alright, we're getting ready to feed the fall group. We got a lot of rain coming today, and the pasture's just about done, so we're getting ready to start feeding again. So this feeder, pretty handy, but we need 2. It's too small for 50 cows, so we need 3 if anything, but we gotta build another. Fits about a bucket of corn, which isn't much. So we gotta feed them that. They already had some grass this morning, so they won't be too hungry, but we just gotta get it out of this field. This field's gonna get mucked up if we keep it there. We're gonna put them up in this wintering site by the barn, and that should be better. Upset, Dad, come on! Alright, so we're getting them out of here. It's gonna start raining. It's already started raining a little bit, but they were gonna wreck this pasture more than they have already there. And the watering point really screwed us up in this pasture. Next year we're gonna have a better selection of watering points, so we don't keep coming back on old ground. That's the biggest problem. So we're gonna get them out of here. They look like they want to come, so bring you along for the adventure. I'll hook you up somewhere here so you guys can see. really keeps up with mom. 2 days old. No pushing calves, no picking up calves, just walking them. So we got our water set up on this side. My battery and everything's underneath that one. And if need be, we can use the bigger tub, but I think we should be all right like this. So that marks somewhat at the end of pasturing for this group, unfortunately. But fortunately enough, it has probably been the longest we've gone without feeding this group. We didn't save much feed because we took that feed and we brought it to Masso for the spring group and got them at least 3 weeks further into pasturing. What did it cost to keep these cows on pasture for that long? Well, it cost us the last cut of hay for those 3 fields and the impact that we made on the hay fields. These 2 ones here that we first started with, those weren't so badly impacted, only in certain spots where we had too much, didn't have a wide enough cut of pasture and it was raining, so we got a little bit of mucked up with their hoofs. But for the most part, those 2 pastures were good because we could move them every day and we had a good watering point. The last field would have been the longest. It's the biggest impacted. We can only split maybe a third of it from coming back, so we probably did a fair bit of damage, and we'll see the results in the spring when everything regrows if we made any damage. Really what you don't want. We want these hay fields to be good for many years, so that's why we want to go very gently over it pasturing. But with a bad watering point like that, that's what happens. So we'll go over the field. I'll show you everything. That the worst parts are where the watering point is, where they continuously traveled and walked, so it's not too bad. As for this pasture here, when they got out the other day, they came in here for a day, but we mucked up the road here, worst part of it. So we're gonna go back. We still got some caps coming, 2 caps. So we'll catch these caps and then we'll show you the pasture and give an overall review. So this being the worst spot, exactly where they came to water. Just a high traffic area. That's what happens. You can see on the other side of the fence, it's turning green, shade of green. So unfortunately this is the worst spot, but it isn't too bad. It could be worse. We'll have to see how it regrows, if it does at all. You can really see the difference of shade of green from this side to this side. But they have been coming back, and they just graze it too short. So that's November 17th. Morning chores, really. They'll go a little quicker, I think, as the days go on. So yeah, that's that. All right, well, talk about perfect timing for moving the fall group down. Just like they said, it's gonna rain, and it has been. Pretty big downpours every now and again, but nothing too heavy, nothing continuous anyways. So it being Friday and all, I was gonna go to the scrapyard we have an old car up at Hardy's, Devyn's old car. I wanted to scrap that. It's kind of been in the yard, kind of taking up room for nothing, but I have to go to the vet, pick up some medication and stuff for treating cows. So kind of ran out of time. It's already 3 o'clock, I think 2:30 or 3. Anywho, so it's gonna be a little too close. Yeah, it's almost 3. This again. This fucking thing. Yeah, right. This truck takes fucking everything to start it. So we got a leak somewhere with the charger on it. Damn truck. Isn't something, it's always something. Batters are pretty new. So Devyn's up at the farm at Hardy's with the excavator. He's been fixing tile drain and ditching. Now he thinks he kind of found a little spot of gravel out in the bush, so he wanted to go dig that up, see how deep it is, and hopefully find some good gravel. I think our yard could speak. If our yard could speak, it would say yes, go look for some gravel. So that's where he's gone. Hopefully he finds nice 0.75 straight coming out of the ground. But yeah. So we're at the Hardy farm, and this is the tile drain that was, all the roots had grown into it. I've been blocking it, pushing everything back. So Devyn's just over there. Let's go give him a look. So he's digging a little ditch here, pushing some branches back. It's gonna scare the shit out of him. Excavator, or don't need a chainsaw anymore. Hasn't got much more to go yet. Push that crap back. Page wire still here. This damn apple tree's got to be pushed in too. Fortunately, it's pretty good apples. Let's see if they're still good. Oh, they are. Nope. Actually are pretty good apples. Don't touch this tree, it's still good. Now it's really grown in the field. Kind of has to go, unfortunately. Hopefully he has made a trail. It's pretty impressive how destructive this little machine is. It rips up some pretty good stuff quickly. So he dug up what he thought was gravel, a lot of big rocks, but then he got into clay. So you can see the clay right there. Now what you want little rocks, but unfortunately not. So we got to keep looking. So unfortunately my prospecting has come to an end. My shovel has broken, about 2 shovelfuls full. That being my hand shovel, not the excavator shovel. Just to clarify. Anyways, I'm out here on the trail, cleaning up, and we got a big pine that's down. All right, cleared some branches here, but this big old dirty pine blocking the road. So, I only got my little 35, so it's gonna be a little challenging. 43 or 35, I think it's a 35. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a go. We're gonna cut her up the length. Somebody put a big pile of sand here. I don't know who did that. This is a nice trail though, once upon a time. So I'm gonna trim her up, try to get it down. And we can saw these. Never gonna saw them, but I mean we can. We could. Well, that was short-lived. So, we cut it, but where's it gonna go? We're not gonna pull out with this, but I think I might have something that might do it. It's right in here. All right, this is just what I needed. Move that log. I think this should work. I'm not too sure. Not too big. Unlike my chainsaw that's very big. So we just dropped off the chains. We won't need them. It's called having resources at your disposal. It's quite nice. You must use them. So this made pretty quick work of the situation. Yeah. So we got them both hooked on. I just flipped them around, knocked it down, and we'll pull them out. May as well take them because they're gonna rot if they stay here. So. I love this machine. My chainsaw is not ideal for this. I'd like to cut the tip off, but my little chainsaw can't quite do it. So, pull it to the side here, just to show you how strong this winch is. Look how far in that cable went. That went right through. I didn't drill it and then place it. It pulled through. So, we'll have to just pull it out. Some pretty nice free logs considering they just fell over from the wind. I think a majority of the wood we could get out of here is just stuff that fell over.